Yo, what's happening? It's March 24th, checking in with all of you, catching up with reality. I just spent my morning in Windsor, New York, redoing women's cosmetic planogram with an elderly man who'd been doing merchandising for 50 years. Being in his 70s now, he admitted to me, among many things, that only about half of his long-term friend peer group have remained married, and even half of those are probably even still happy, if that's such a thing. And this man was remarkably pleasant to interact with, just seemed to check all the boxes, but it's not enough in this day and age. There are no guarantees, having been through 2 divorces himself, playing his cards right, or at least thought so. What a gamble it is living in the insane world, the upside down world, where you can't afford basic living and cost of goods, which have risen steadily over the past several years, coming to about 20% above pre-pandemic levels or more, to which Kathy Hochul in New York State is indicating she wants to send out a relief payment later this year of $300. Oh boy, that'll get a bag of groceries and maybe a slice of pizza. And we just sent JD Vance and Usha over to Greenland to try to subvert them over to our control, along with Canada and Mexico, implementing massive tariffs, causing havoc on our economy, because Jerome Powell, the Fed man himself, because it's always been him, said to just relax, we're going to keep interest rates, just where they are, because tariffs, tariffs. Very sure to point out that tariffs were going to be affecting us. And we know, because this has been tried before, and it's a disaster. A globalized economy works to bring prices down and also destroy our own future, because we aren't reversing carbon emissions. In fact, they're increasing. The European Union plans to keep emitting and try to commit to net zero by, 2050, I think they just said. Is that a fucking joke or what? I had this thought experiment. What if Biden had revoked the security clearances for Trump, Vance, and one of his cronies, maybe Musk, who just got briefed on the war with China at the Pentagon with that Nazi Heil Hitler triage there. Just think about that if the tables were reversed, because that just happened. We're not in a civil war or anything. We can't just lock people up, throw them away, fire everybody, close the Department of Education, have an assault on critical thinking, maybe shoot for a 3rd term. Yeah. It's okay. Ocean temperatures are skyrocketing all over the planet. Glacial mass is dropping rapidly. Okay? And we know what happens when the AMOC shuts down. I actually went back and watched a couple Beckwith videos on Blue Ocean Event, a couple years following that, maybe by 2040. Yeah, we're an exponential runaway feedback loop activated system, climate collapse, biodiversity loss, 6th mass extinction, so on and so forth. I'm enjoying myself, and I suggest you optimize the journey. Rid yourself of drama and stress in your life. I assure you that living out in nature alleviates the pressure of living in the upside down world. In the city, I would go out every day, and I would just feel so fight or flight all the time. That shitty, alienating feeling of being in the city. I'm really just disgusted with it by now. Since I was a teenager till now, treading pavement in the city, trying to get the next buck, pay rent, and then you get home and then you got to piss so bad because you weren't paying, because you were just so much in survival mode. You didn't pay attention that your bodily functions. Most people don't have the bandwidth to even process most of this stuff, and I don't know what kind of lifestyle most of you guys live, but you have enough time and critical thought, which isn't much, to process the fact that we're in complete runaway. And then I just find out one of my old coworkers just got his wife pregnant again. I hope you're watching and you wear a fucking clown outfit right now. That is the most stupid thing I've heard anyone can do right now. Why would you drag another being in? It's mental illness. It's I don't know how else to describe it. Wear a clown suit. What a fucking world, man. No guarantees. Right? I'm blessed. I'm out here. I have internet, water, soon solar. Okay? Maybe buy another panel if you want to chip in. Use the donation link below. You enjoy this content. I'm a vlogger, news anchor, journalist talking about overwhelmingly us swirling down the toilet bowl and all these symptoms of overshoot. Too many people consuming too many resources, causing ecological overshoot, an overconsumption of resources. I gotta explain this shit? Come on. Breathe. I'm content. It is so much easier reaching tranquil moments to focus on your breathing techniques when you don't have constant sirens and technology, artificial bullshit, the abominations that we call cities. I'm from Dallas, Texas, okay? I spent my teens, 20s in Texas, and then traveled around all the places I wanted to, all these big cities, and they're all the same, just overpopulated, too expensive rat race. And then you got to come home to a screaming partner and kids throwing their toys all around. Most people don't have the bandwidth for this. I understand that. That's the point I'm trying to make. So, living this lifestyle of living with my principles, of not participating in the system as much as possible. I know many of you have tried or are older and thought in your life, well, I could try to escape the system, and only so far. I still have to go get toilet paper and some basic essentials, okay? That's a thing. I still have to make income. And this is a source, this community, all of us together, living our different lifestyles, witnessing all the symptoms of overshoot. And the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are here, swirling down the toilet bowl together. Okay, so what am I telling you that's new? Not really anything. Ocean temperatures are off the fucking charts. Half the planet is experiencing novel conditions it has never experienced before. Now there's a bit of wind coming through, so I'm going to cut this short. I have some chores to do. You know how it's living out here in the woods, deep, away from everybody. I'm not lonely. I have all of you. It's all I could ever ask for. I'll talk to you later. See ya.